Now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, exclusively here as always on the Casa D18 Studios channel. I, of course, am your host, the Renegade JJ Williams, and today we're going to continue to talk about school movies with urban settings. And today's film from the 80s is Stand and Deliver, starring Edward James Olmos, Lou Diamond Phillips, Estelle Harris, Will Gauthier, Ingrid Oliu, Andy Garcia, Rosanna De Soto, and Vanessa Marquez. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me here once again for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. And as I said during the introduction, we're going to continue our week of school movies in urban settings with Stand and Deliver. And our movie opens in the early 1980s as Jaime Escalante becomes a mathematics teacher at James A. Garfield High School in East Los Angeles, California. Now, the school is full of Latino students that are from working class families whose academic achievements are far below their grade level. One day, two students, Angel and another gangster, arrive late and they begin to question Escalante's authority. Escalante demonstrates how to multiply by using one's fingers, and as a result, is able to appeal to the students' sense of humor. After class, some gangsters threaten Escalante, and after school, he stops the gangsters from fighting. Now, in class the next day, Escalante introduces himself as a one-man gang and tells the students that the classroom is his domain. Escalante then tells the students that he's decided to teach the students algebra. At a school meeting, Escalante learns that the school's accreditation is under threat as test scores are not high enough. Escalante then says that the students will rise to the level that is expected of them. Escalante announces to his class that he will now give them a quiz every morning, and a new student joins the class. Escalante then begins to instruct his class under the philosophy of ganas, which roughly translates to desire. Escalante then tells the other faculty members that he wants to teach his students calculus. His desire is to change the school culture in order to help the students excel further in academics, as he has witnessed the untapped potential of his class firsthand. The other teachers begin to ridicule him as the students have not taken the prerequisites. Escalante then states that the students can take the prerequisites over the summer, and Escalante sets a goal of having the students take advanced placement calculus by their senior year. The students sign up for the prerequisites over the summer. There is no air conditioning, but Escalante is able to teach the class by giving them oranges and telling them to focus so that they can get good jobs and take vacations. In the fall, he gives the students contracts to be signed by the parents. They must come to school on Saturdays, show up an hour early each regular day for school, and stay until 5 o'clock p.m. in order to prepare for the AP Calculus exam. 2 weeks before the students' exam, Escalante is teaching an ESL class to some adults when suddenly he clutches at his torso in pain, stumbles into the hallway, and collapses. A substitute teacher is then found for the students while Escalante recovers in the hospital. However, the substitute is a music teacher. Soon thereafter, Escalante escapes from the hospital and shows up at school in order to continue teaching. After taking the exam, the students head to the beach and celebrate. All 18 students who took the exam pass it. And at a meeting to congratulate the students, a plaque of appreciation is presented by the class to Jaime Escalante. Much to the dismay of both Escalante and the students, the Educational Testing Service questions the students' exam scores. Escalante then finds an anonymous letter of resignation in his school mailbox. That evening, Escalante has to walk home from school, as his car has been stolen from the school parking lot. Escalante then begins to confide in his wife about how he regrets having taught the class calculus, because even though they did well, nothing has changed for them. The boys of the class then show up at Escalante's house, as they are the ones who took his car in order to fix it up a little bit as a way to show their appreciation and thank him. Escalante then meets up with the investigators from the Educational Testing Service, argues with them on his class's behalf, but ultimately agrees to the offer to have the students retake the test. Despite having only one day to prepare for the makeup exam, all of the students pass, and Escalante demands that their original scores be reinstated to their files as our movie comes to its end. Stand and Deliver is a good one. I had seen it once, maybe twice prior. I know I saw it. I want to say I saw it in high school as well as in college film class. And just watching Jaime Escalante never give up, never back down, never quit. Even when everything looks its worst and its most bleak, he continues to believe in these kids and giving his all to try to further their education and take them to the level that he believes they deserve to be at. Because so many teachers in urban communities don't care about the students. And that's something that we see over the course of these movies this week. You know, in Dangerous Minds, which we reviewed on Monday, Luann never gave up on her kids and tried to find ways to relate and communicate to them that they would understand so that they could come to that mutual respect. Jaime Escalante, same thing in Stand and Deliver. Edward James Olmos did a superb job in the role. Lou Diamond Phillips, one of his earliest roles, I believe this was just before La Bamba. So his star was definitely on the rise, because you figure there was Stand and Deliver, there's La Bamba, there's Young Guns, and then Lou Diamond Phillips was on his way to the moon for a little bit there. Not as popular these days as he once was, but how many stars are able to maintain that level of success over the years? Everyone's got their peaks, their valleys, their ups and their downs. But this was a really good movie, educational. It really opens your eyes to other cultures, other backgrounds, other classes of individuals that are out there. Makes you realize that a lot of times we are privileged in the way that we're brought up, that we're raised, that we're taught, and there are kids out there that are a lot less fortunate. And that's evident in this movie as well as in Dangerous Minds. When it comes to my rating for Stand and Deliver, I'm going to give this film 4 out of 5 stars. Again, I think it was well done. The message was solid. It was there in your face without being too preachy. Thought the acting was good, the story was good, the take-home message is good, and I don't feel like it's a movie that gets its respect these days. It doesn't get talked about near as much as it did when I was growing up, when I was a kid in the 80s, when I was going to high school in the 90s. I feel like this is a movie that's kind of lost now in the grand scheme of things, and it's a shame. And my hope is that a lot of you guys out there watching this review that maybe have never seen Stand and Deliver will go out, find it, watch it on a streaming service, buy it, own it, whatever, because it's definitely a movie that I feel belongs in anybody's collection. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow, right here to the Casa D18 Studios channel, for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, when we take a look at the next chapter of She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, episode 3 of the 9-part Disney Plus original series, right here tomorrow on Renegades Reviews. You're not going to want to miss out on that, right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, right here on an all-new Renegades Reviews, She-Hulk, episode 3. To all my loyal fans and viewers out there, thank you so much for tuning in and joining me here today. I greatly appreciate it. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure that notification bell is turned on so you get alerted anytime a video drops right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel. Make sure you share this video with your family, friends, loved ones, other movie lovers, other cinephiles, Edward James Olmos fans, Lou Diamond Phillips fans, anybody you can think of that would enjoy this video and this movie review. Share this with them. It's the only way we're going to help boost up my visibility in the YouTube algorithms and eventually get me monetized by the end of the year. Thank you once again to all of you that tuned in and joined me today. It means more to me than you'll ever know. And I will see you guys next time.